Gentleman yields back. Chair recognizes Mr. Sessions from Texas.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. Secretary, welcome. We're delighted that you're here. We've had a series of days where on both sides we ask leading-edge questions, expect leading-edge answers, and on a bipartisan basis, we're delighted that you're here. I've spent the last 10 minutes hearing about how great of a job that the Secretary is doing in education. Tell me about LIHEAP, dumping billions of gallons of crude oil into the Northeast every year. And,
Did you say LIHEAP?
LIHEAP.
The low-income heating and...
Right. It uses diesel. That's the federal government's low-income opportunity and answer to keep people warm, poor people. 2008, spike happened. We're putting an increasingly amount of money into this. We're dumping billions of gallons of a home heating fuel into the Northeast rather than going to a clean solution. So you're talking about all these great things that happened, but this government for the last 4 years and President Obama dumped billions of gallons of home heating fuel into the air. And yet you're sitting here talking about what a threat all this is that the energy companies are doing. Why don't you tell us about LIHEAP?
Well, LIHEAP keeps the lights on for poor families.
I know it does.
It's a really important safety
I know it
net
is.
for poor
So
families.
what have you done to turn that needle around
Well, let me
when you're
tell you.
trying to take care, when you want to ban natural gas?
What we want to do is to make sure that poor families have the same ability to
I agree with
weatherize
that.
their homes, for example, as wealthy people. So one of the programs that's under our jurisdiction
Natural gas is far cheaper.
weatherization. Natural gas is cheap right now. You're very right, correct.
And it
about
has
that.
been.
But what I'm saying...
And it's cleaner, which is your main thesis. All right, Madam Secretary, I'd like to go next. And I want to talk about Advanced Technology Vehicle Manufacturing Program. And this was designed as an opportunity that Congress gave the Secretary authority and money to innovate for ultra-efficient vehicles. And yet it should contain, based upon the scenarios and the ratios, almost anybody that would qualify based upon their ratio of making cleaner energy. And yet I see where over and over your department is going on the side of EV as opposed to other ideas. Yet we know that electronic vehicles, just ask Avis and Hertz, they can't even get rid of them. The diminishing value, the loss of jobs, the amount of problems that come with these. And yet I see your department giving money, loans, entirely to EV projects as opposed to others that may qualify also. Could you please talk about that?
Well,
got a minute, 47 seconds, ma'am.
Okay. The ATVM program through the Loan Programs Office was directed by Congress. And so, yes, it is encouraging the development of technologies and businesses who are building batteries or who are extracting the critical minerals and processing them for batteries so that the United States is not beholden to other countries, but that we are building our own energy security here in this nation. That's the intent of the Loan Program Office in the vehicle space.
And the amount of percentages or amount given to EV as opposed to other competing ideas?
Well, that particular program is designated largely for advanced vehicles. And so advanced
These
vehicles...
would be advanced vehicles. These would be people who've offered a loan, but it's not EV.
It might be a fuel cell, for example. We're also interested in that. We're not foreclosing any of that. We are looking at emissions reductions.
Good. Well, I'd like to follow up with you and politely to ask that you provide me the information about the amount of people who have brought under this vehicle program, manufacturing program, and ultra vehicles, and to find out what percent that you have given and the amount of money to EVs versus other applicants that may have come under that, saying for a vehicle, not a battery, for the vehicle. And I'd appreciate knowing that. And I want to thank you for taking time with us today. And we will be following up on this LIHEAP issue to find out specifically what DOE thinks about this hundreds of billions of gallons of diesel being spewed into the Northeast on an annual basis. Mr. Chairman, I yield back my time.